Welcome back to the Secret Underground Lair. So today I'm just cutting the shelves that I forgot to cut for our sideboard. I've got rough width cut. I'm just going to cut these to the exact length and we'll run them through to get the exact width. And then I'm going to put on a little finishing strip on the front, and they'll be ready for primer. As you know, in the last video I was priming the cabinet and I ran out of primer. So I'm going to get these cut, glued, nail set, ready for a final sand. And while it's setting up, I'm going to run and get some more primer so we can finish off this project. I'll just get them, set up the fence so we can get the depth of the cabinet here. As is the custom. I'm going to put on some strip on the front of this just to protect that front edge from unnecessary damage. I'm going to use a clamp and a board to hold this in place. This is so thin that the nails really aren't going to do much. This clamp is just helping me hold it up on the keep the piece vertical while I put this strip on. I'm getting some good squeeze out all around there. That clamp is holding well. We'll just let that dry. Okay, off to get some primer. So the front of the glued on the shelves is set, and I'm just using my flush trim saw to cut off the excess, and then we'll sand that. Get more sanding on that in a minute. So I've got a split in the wood here. I'm gonna have to be a little careful on getting that off. That's going to require a little bit of repair there. So the best way to deal with a little rogue piece like that, I just put some glue underneath that split, and I'm just using tape, and the tape will hold it in place until the glue sets. Then I'll take it off. And if any of the tape sticks to the glue, no problem, it'll just sand right off. So while that's setting up, we'll take care of sanding this smaller shelf. And like the drawers, I'm just sanding until there's no evidence of glue. I'll say the flush trim saw did a great job on that. Maybe I should have used that for the drawers. Next time I do drawers, remember that. Just using a piece of sandpaper by hand just to break that edge, get rid of the sharp corner that's there from the cut and the sanding. So that's the edge, that leading edge of the shelf. If you look at the side profile, you can just barely see a little sliver of wood in there. But that makes the front edge of the shelf substantially more durable than just a raw MDF edge. That'll be much better. So I'll get the other shelf sanded down, and then it's ready for primer. We'll finish priming the drawers. Then we're going to give everything a light sand with some 220. Be ready for paint. So I did a little bit of service on the air gun. Cleaned it out. I found there was a lever in here that was jammed. Actually, the lever under here was sticky. So I managed to free that up. Obviously, it's been cleaned out. And I'll just show you how we're spraying now. It's beautiful. And that's sprayed with the 5-second drip test. Perfect. So there are the shelves and the drawers redone. Drawers just kind of touched up. Sorry, I shouldn't say redone, done. So primer on the shelves. Touched up the drawers where I had ran out of paint. I have sanded down the doors so they're ready for final paint. And I'm going to move the cabinet over to the work surface there on the top of the table saw and sand this beast down to 220. And then he'll be ready for finish coat. So sanding that, waiting for these to dry. I'll sand them tomorrow. So lots of sanding to be done. I'm not going to get to a finish coat today, which I had hoped I might be able to do, but just a little bit too much work. So lots and lots of sanding to do now. And I'm going to work from the top down and then inside out. I'm using 220 grit paper, just folded in half. I'm not using a block, I'm just using my fingers so I get a better feel for the surface. And I'm going to go both ways, go across all the way up a face and then go this way all up a face, just to make sure that I cover everything. And it's very quick and very light sanding. It's not trying to take anything off except the little bumps that are on the paint that were left by the spray gun. I'm actually using a ladder so I don't have to stretch quite so far. Okay, so I've got this section here completely done, this section here completely done, and the skirt and the face here done. I'm going to continue on with this. I'll do the rest of the sanding off camera. It's a little boring to watch, a little boring to do, so it's considerably more boring to watch. But I'll come back when it's when we're all done. All right, that cabinet is now sanded completely, inside and out, top and bottom. So yes, even the surface is suitable for flipping over and inspection. Tammy, go ahead. In the meantime, I got the shelves over here in our booth. So they're just curing. They have dried, well, for the most part they're dried, just curing up, as with the drawers. So tomorrow I'm just going to give these a light sand, and then we can start on our final top coat. Well, our top coat and then the second coat. But we should be able to get both of those done in a short order. So thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.